All right, guys, let's get started. I'm seated on top of my two blankets, so you come seated on whatever you need to. The point of sitting on the blankets or on the blocks or on a bolster is so that we bring the floor up to us, and that also helps to bring the knees down lower than the hip points. So when you sit down on the mat or on the floor in a cross-leg position, you don't want this. See, so we're really working to get the upper leg bones to come down towards our mat, towards our blankets, and the knees to drop down towards the feet. Then you can bring your fingertips into your blankets and press and lift your side body, spread your collarbone. Take your arm bones at the top and extend them out to the sides. Your shoulder blades also reach away from the spine. Your abdominal wall moves back, and your tailbone and your sacrum stretch down towards your blankets or your mat. Maintain this for a moment. Bring the chin so that the chin is parallel to the yoga mat, and then release the fingertips and bring the hands together at your heart center Namaskarasana. Make sure to tuck your arms in and extend down through the tips of your elbows. Exhale your breath and close your eyes. Begin to center yourselves here using your breath. Each exhalation, guys, see if you can let go of maybe any tension or stress that you may be holding in the face, the throat, or even the tops of your shoulders. I'll chant Om. You can join in or you're welcome to just listen. Exhale your breath, bow your head, bring your chin to the groove of your neck, bring your hands down to the very tops of your legs, center your head, keep your eyes closed a moment. Next exhalation, you can slowly open your eyes and release your hands. Stay crossed in Sukhasana. Again, guys, take a look at your legs and make sure that you're not crossed at the ankles, but you want to draw the feet towards the outer edge of your mat and have more of a box cross here. And then I'm going to lift the spine. You can use blocks underneath the left and the right hand if you'd like, but I'm going to lift the side body, twist to the right slightly, lean forward. Y'all watch. As I'm leaning forward, I'm keeping the spine in the back. I'll bring the right fingertips down, keep them very active. Take the left arm out to the right, not here, but right on in front of the knee. And then I'll bring the chin to the groove of the neck. Okay, so lift the side body, twist your spine slightly to the right, shift the torso forward, bring your right fingertips down onto the mat, stretch your left arm out at an angle to the right. So your left arm moves out at an angle. It's not directly in front of you, but your left arm is moving out towards the right. So you want to keep walking out, extend through the back of your upper arm, stretch the back of your upper arm, open all four corners of your armpit here. And then as you exhale your breath, bring yourselves back up seated and we'll switch sides. So you can uncross your legs and notice whichever leg you had in closest, bring the opposite one in. And if you have to use your hands to lift your side body, do that. So that action is here. You want to lift or stretch your torso up away from your waist. Twist slightly to the left. Left fingertips go down. Right arm extends out. So I see some of us are doing this. Watch the back of this right arm. Stretch to the back of your upper arm, until you feel length in the flesh, length in the muscle. So shift the torso up and over the legs and focus a moment only on the arm and the extension of the back of your upper right arm. Now with your left fingertips, press down, move your weight over to the right. Now draw the back right rib cage down away from your spine. So move your back right rib cage down towards the mat or away from the spine. Great. And then bring yourselves back to the center. Perfect. Stretch the legs out. and rotate the flesh. So as you do that, you'll notice that the feet, as you draw the heels back, the leg bones move into the hip socket. So it's like this. And then bring the inner ankle bones together, guys, and watch. You see the base of the big toe joint. You want to really press out into the base of the big toe joint, and you'll feel the fronts of your legs, including the front of your ankles, open up. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Interlace your right index finger over the left. Turn the palms out and really pretend to break the grip of your fingers, guys. Activate your legs. Your legs are very active. Stretch out as if you could touch the palms of your hands to the opposite side of the room. Inhale, take your arms up. Take your arms up. Draw the backs of your arms in. Good. And stretch your palms up. Now, if you have shoulder issues, don't worry. Great. Don't do it. Spread the thumbs away from the index finger and tuck the outer arms in. Great. Lift up even higher, but bring your heels and your legs down and exhale, release, guys. Don't hold your breath, okay? And one thing that you can do, Lisa, because I have to do the same thing, is if you can, you see, so if you have shoulder, neck, even sometimes this action of interlacing can be very difficult. So if you can't do that, take the arms, hands apart and arms as far as you can, okay? So press out from the inner thigh to the inner heel, and you're pressing as if you're pressing the gas pedal. Take the arms out, interlace left over right. Really stretch the fingers away from one another. Turn your palms out, face the top of your mat. Good. Really press out as if you're going to push out into the palms of your hands. Draw your heels down. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, arms up, heels down, leg bones down, backs of your knees spread. Good. Don't hold your breath, guys. As you take an inhalation and when you exhale, press up higher. Press up with your exhalation. Great, great, great. And then release your arms. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Go ahead and you may need a strap to come forward, or if you do not have a strap, you can come here. Use your hands to your shins, use your hands to your ankles, or use your hands to your feet. This is if you do not have a strap, but you can't reach your feet, okay? Otherwise, let's go ahead and let's stretch our arms out and we'll move forward. And as I'm moving forward, I'm focusing on the backs of my upper arms, really reaching out into my hands. Wrap your hands around the feet or your strap. Inhale, lift up. Try to get your torso lifted out of your waist. Ground your heels. Exhale, widen the elbows out to the sides and fold. Now your inner legs move out as you're folding and your outer legs here move in. Good. Inner legs stretch out, outer legs tuck in, spine stays long. Everyone, bring your spine in and up. In and go in first and then up through the breastbone. Great. And then inhale, stretch up and exhale to release. So sometimes the further you fold, maybe the more tightness you notice. See, so sometimes we start here and I'm okay. I grab and becomes a little bit of rounding here. So my focus is here. Watch. Lift. Use the resistance of your hands to your feet to help you lift up and bring your spine in even as you fold. The focus is here. One more time. Stretch the arms out, or if you're using a strap, hold the strap. Press out beyond your feet. And here you want to bring your navel up. Increase the length of your side ribs. Grab your feet or your strap. Inhale, stretch up. Move your torso up. Let's move our torso further up. And then exhale, keep your inner feet together. Bend your elbows out to the sides and fold. Your legs are in internal rotation. Focus on rotating your outer thighs in and your inner thighs down towards your mat. Great. And then inhale, stretch up, and exhale to release. Perfect, guys. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move my props off of the mat. And I think I'm going to come first into dog pose, child's pose to dog pose. So move your props to the side. And you'll all know Adho Mukha Varasana or child's pose. And here's a place where we can practice that length of our spine, or that making our spine longer. Here's a place where we can practice this pre-dog pose. So for Adho Mukha Varasana, you bring the big toes together, the knees apart, and when you sit directly on top of your heel bones. So your heels and your sitting bones line up. And we'll take here and we'll come forward. And as we're coming forward, we're going to stretch out through the side rib cage. Stretch through your upper arms. Stretch, let your shoulder blades glide towards your hands. And keep your bottom touching either your prop that you've placed between your bottom and your heels, or keep your bottom on your heels. Press your bottom back down onto your heels. Press your shin bones down. Shin bones here, draw down. And then try to get a lot of length in the arms. Good, good. Now, lift your chest, your breastbone, and move it out towards your chin. And then see if you can wiggle out through the fingers or stretch the arms out a little bit deeper. Maybe spider walk your fingers out a little bit further. See if you can feel a stretch in the back of your upper arms. Press your buttocks down so your bottom stays attached to something. As you exhale your breath, let your elbows bend and rest on the mat. Good. The elbows can bend and rest. Perfect. Great. And then go ahead and come up, guys. Just come to seated, and we'll go right into dog pose from where we are, right? So you're here. And what I'm saying, guys, listen for a moment. When you come into Adho Mukha Varasana, the work is here. The work is in your upper legs. You use your upper legs and your hips and your shins and your feet to keep yourself grounded here. So we don't want to do this as we come forward, but rather we want to go. Do you see where the resistance is? So let's try, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but let's try this again, Adho Mukha Varasana. One more time, guys. So again, adjust your feet. Make sure that your heels are directly under your sitting bones. Tops of your feet are grounded, so are your shin bones. Now, as you come forward, get the length. Move your torso out of your waist, but keep your bottom strongly against your heels. Strongly against your heels stays your bottom. So if that means you end up here, fine. Keep your bottom grounded into your heels. Move your upper leg bones down. Move your shin bones down and press through your feet. Good. You can also add a pillow or add a blanket between your heels and your bottom so that your bottom has a grounding space. And then exhale, come up. Great. And from here, come to hands and knees. And keep that same length as you take the knees up. Press back into dog pose. Guys, your weight in dog pose is not here, but rather here. So really move your weight out of your shoulders, out of your fingertips, and into the bigger bones, the upper leg bones. Femur bones are the biggest bone in the body. You want to move the femur bones back. See if that can open up the outer hips and the lower back. Keep your spine very long in dog pose. Stretch your belly button up and away from your pubic bone. Great, 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 great. And then go ahead and let's look towards our hands from dog pose and see, guys, if you can walk up, moving your feet towards your hands. And take your time. You can take as many steps as you need to do that. Once you come up to standing, you're going to keep your torso folded over your upper leg bones. You'll grab the ankles or grab the shins, widen the elbows, and fold into Uttanasana. So your feet are hip distance apart at least. And again, you can hold the ankles, you can hold the upper shin bones. But as you're doing this, lift the flesh with your hands. Draw the flesh up. Do you see that articulates somewhere, right? So when Nathan drew his ankle bones up or his shin bones up, I saw his kneecaps have the same reaction. So he went here, kneecaps, quadriceps, everything went up. Stretch the front of your legs up. Descend your calves and fold a little bit deeper. So front ribs, back ribs spread. As you're using your hands, spread your front ribs, spread your back ribs. Great. Hold the ankles, look out in front of you on an inhalation. Exhale, ground the feet, bring the hands to the hips, and inhale, come up. Good. Now I'm going to use 2 blocks, but I think that if you don't have blocks at all and you can't do this one, but you have a wall, then you can maybe come to your wall and try to stick all 10 of your toes kind of up the wall. Now, if you have blocks, we'll take the 2 blocks on the mat like that. Right. And you may have to use a wall, like I said, if you don't have blocks, if you don't have anything to kind of elevate the feet. And then I'm going to fold forward in front of my 2 blocks, and then I'll make adjustments so that I can get the base of my toes up against the block, and my center heels going down into the mat, my calf muscles moving down strongly, and it's almost like my feet are flexed here. I'm going to hold this and get the action of the upper legs, and then with a lot of work, bringing the bottom in, lifting the front of the pelvis, I'll stretch up. Okay. So again, if you don't have blocks, you can maybe put your toes against your baseboard. Otherwise, 2 blocks in front. And to get this, you want to lean forward and hold your blocks. Hold your blocks, and then step where you place the base of your big toe joints against the block, and your toes kind of flare, or not flare, but they flex. Your toes flex. So get that action first. Keep holding your blocks, kind of drawing your blocks into the base of your toes, and feel your heels descend, your center heels descend. Feel your center heel bones descend. That's great. That's great, guys. Hold this for a moment. See if you feel the backs of your knees spread. Spread your knee pits. Now, I want you to descend your calves, which are here, and ascend or stretch upward on your hamstring muscles. Do that at the same time. Lift the hamstrings up. Bring calves down, hamstrings up. Now, hold your blocks, spread your sitting bones, keep your feet where they are, but take your sits bones and stretch them outward. Now, draw the abdominal wall back and begin to lift your torso up. You have to go very slowly. Keep focusing on your heels. Descend your heels. Descend your calves. If you get all the way up, bring the bottom in. Bring the front of your pelvis up. Now inhale, take your arms up. Good. Reach up. Bring the fingers together. You can turn the palms forward and then reach. Stretch up and back. Great. And then exhale to release. Perfect, guys. Perfecto. Perfect. Okay, now I knew I had something else in mind, but I can't remember. So I'm going to do Trikonasana. So watch. I'm going to take the side edge of my mat, or the back edge of my mat, with my heels. Keep listening, guys. So the heels of my feet are against the back edge of my mat, and that's what I'm going to use for measuring for Trikonasana. So once I get that, I step the feet out wide, and you don't have to have a block for this one either. You can use your hand or your shin bone. So I step my feet out wide, and I'll turn my toes in some. As I do that, I've got to do that same action of lifting my pubic bone up and bringing my posterior pelvis down. It's the same action. Y'all watch me for a moment. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips, lift my left heel up, and take it out to the left. Now I want to keep that arch active on my left foot. Keep watching. I'll stand here for a moment, and you can really feel that external rotation at the top of my upper left leg once I turned my toes in. And then I'll turn my right toes out to the right. Now here, watch. When I stretch my arms out, I want you guys to reach as if you're reaching for something that's maybe lying on the counter to your right. You're really stretch. Once you get the stretch and the bottom rib is open, turn the bottom rib forward. You can bring the hand to the block, or you can bring the hand to the shin bone here. But where we're working is this length in the bottom right rib, and the buttocks comes in, sacrum goes back. So lift your blocks up as much as you need to, but make sure that your feet, your heels are at the back edge of your mat. Now, turn your left toes in. Everyone do that. Left toes in. Left toes in. So you have to lift your left heel up and take it to your left. And then try to stand tall again. And see if you don't feel the external rotation at your upper left leg. Yes? I can't see anybody's faces, but just go like this. Yes, okay, good. All right, now your hands are at your hips, or maybe not. Maybe you're holding on to your block. Turn your right toes to the right. And let's see, line your outer right foot against the outer edge of your mat. So your outer right foot is against the outer edge of your yoga mat. So like this. That's where the outer right foot is. And instead of here, you want to really press it out and draw it down. Now look at your right kneecap. Make sure that it's rotated to your right. You can even use an L shape on your right hand here to draw externally, like this. Stretch the outer right leg up and back towards your back heel. Now take your arms out. Yep. Look at your arms. Make sure they're even. Make sure you're reaching. Stretch out over your right leg as if you're reaching out to your right. And then bring your right hand down. It can come down to your ankle, your upper shin, or your block. Now, look at your outer right foot here, guys, and make sure your outer right foot is pressing into the edge of your mat. Begin to turn your chest up. Take your hand, left hand to your sacrum, press in. Fingertips are facing the back heel. Press the sacrum in and try to draw the sacrum back towards the left heel. So fold, fold, fold. Check on your bottom right rib cage. Listen, guys, what I want you to do is your left outer rib, I want you to bring it straight down. Slowly. That's it. Now let your right arm get heavier. Let your good. Lisa, take your back leg back just a teeny bit. Good. Back leg goes back. Ananya, take your back leg back. Pat, if you've got room, separate your legs here. And you guys begin to turn your chest up. Once you bring your bottom in, bring your sitting bones in. It may take a moment. Take an exhalation. Now take your left arm up, fingers together. Bring your fingers together as you stretch up. Stretch. So some of the arms are like this. Reach up. Maybe you're going to touch the ceiling with your top arm. Great. Exhale, look down. Inhale, push into your block to come up. Pull through your back arm to come up. Perfect. Trikonasana is an excellent pose. And really what Trikonasana is meant to help with not only the joints, not only the ankles and the legs, the knees, and things of that nature, but Trikonasana really is to open up this space here at your sacrum. So you guys don't do anything before we switch sides, but watch. A lot of times when we take Trikonasana from the back, it ends up kind of like this, like our bottom moves out and our torso goes forward. Trikonasana is always like you're between two pieces of glass. So the front of your body tucks in as well as your back body at the same time. So you're moving inward and out. You're folding horizontally in Trikonasana. So go to your other side. So your legs and your feet are apart, but they have to be more than here. So you step out pretty wide, and then hands to your hips. Lift your right heel up and really strongly move it out to the right, and then stand up tall again. And see if you can notice external rotation on your upper right leg. That's how you want your left leg to feel. Bend your knees, turn your left toes out to the left. Make sure your left knee lines up with the second and third toe, and that your outer left foot is against your mat. Now make sure that there's no space between your mat and the outer foot, that you're covering your mat with the outer left foot fully. I would not be able to see any space underneath your outer right foot, left foot. Stretch your arms out, but reach. Now reach out over your left leg. Reach as far as you can reach before you bring your hand down. Once you get as far as you can, let your left hand come down to your shin or your block. Good. If it's your block, you can bring the height of your block up so that you can work the ribs. So now, check your ribs. Check your ribs. If the outer left rib cage is concave, if your outer left rib here is concave, bring your outer right rib down towards your outer left rib. So if it's concave, that means that the ribs are not even. Even out your ribs and extend them to the side. Remember, it's a horizontal movement of your spine. Now, bring your hand to your back. Your top hand is at your hips, but bring your bottom in. Your two sitting bones, the middle of your buttocks, move in. Now, right hand can go to the sacrum. With your right hand, press in and stretch your fingertips back and down towards your back foot. Don't worry about your top arm yet. Just trying to get that length in the spine. Trying to open up the lower back, which the pose is designed to do. So feel your lower back stretch. Great. Now, rotate your chest up and open up the left side rib by bringing the outer right rib down. So one is convex, one is concave. Even them out. Even them out. Great, great, great. Take the top arm up. When you bring the top arm up, reach up. Reach up to separate your shoulder blades. Left and right shoulder blades separate. Great, great, great. And then with an exhalation of your breath, you can look down at your toes and come up. Push through your back foot to come up. Great. Great, great, great. And you can turn your toes to the center and then bring your feet together. And we've been doing this one a lot too, so you can use blocks for this if you need it. But watch, I'm going to step out wide once more, and I'm going to turn the toes in. And here I want to draw my inner legs out, my outer legs in. And watch, I'm going to start here. No bent knees, not here. So I want to keep my spine in and moving out towards my head. And then I'll walk those arms out. Very wide dog pose. Here. And I'm going to attempt to bring my forehead down. But if you're here, your forehead will be nowhere near your yoga mat. So take your legs and your feet wide. Make sure you rotate your toes in towards your midline. Your midline here. Here's your midline. So 10 toes are forward, and then turn them in some. Place your hands on your hips. Now, I'm going to show you again from the back. So I want you guys to focus and notice on if maybe you're here. And I'm exaggerating, but bring the middle of your buttocks in like that, and the top of your waist down. Good. Great. Use your outer feet. Can you take your outer feet and press down into your mat? Great. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Bring your palms down, or you can hold your blocks. Once you get your palms down, press your inner legs out to really put weight in your outer feet. And now keep your legs and your feet where they are and walk out through your arms. You're stretching your torso. So do not let your legs move. Don't let your leg bones go with you. They stay back as your arms and your torso go forward. Great. Straighten the kneecaps. Straighten the kneecaps, lift the kneecaps. Now make the spine longer. The more active your legs are, the longer your spine will be. As you walk your arms out a little bit deeper, press down into the floor and move your thoracic spine in. So it concave your thoracic spine. The space between your shoulder blades, bring it in. Lift your kneecaps. Lift your quadriceps. Lift your shin bones. Press with your hands to get your head even closer to the floor. Now take your inner thighs out and your sitting bones up. Press a little bit deeper, tuck the chin. Wonderful, guys. And with your exhalation, You can begin to walk your hands back. You can bend the elbows. We'll come back here to hands on the mat. Look out in front. Bring your hands to your hips. Perfect. And you can step or jump your feet together. Okay, this one is a tough one that I don't know if you've got a shoulder injury. It's not going to work out for you today. But if you do have a shoulder injury, an arm or anything, neck even injury, maybe modify here or nothing. Hands to the hips. This is a modification for shoulder injury. So watch me. This is called Paschimottanasana, Parvrita Paschimottanasana. It's a tough one for me. Okay. So how I'm going to get into this before I fold is like this. Can y'all see? So just watch. I'm going to take the fingers down and away from my back. This is the way that we can come into this. And as I do that, I'm going to keep the hands away, bend the knees, and then move my hips kind of forward to turn the fingertips up. And then here, very slowly, come up. Here. Once I get here, I'm going to step out wide, turn the toes in, firm the legs, and refold. Okay? So from the back edge of your mat, again, and have your feet together. Bring your hands behind your back. Touch just your fingertips, not your palms. And then take your arms back off of your sacrum. Take your hands away from your sacrum. Bend your knees, kind of slouch a little bit, push your hips forward, and then turn the fingers to face the back of your head. Keep them away from your back as you bring your fingertips up and then press your palms. Get your fingers, your hands up between your shoulder blades if possible. Very good. Once you've got that Parvrita Paschimottanasana, then you can step or jump. Your feet out wide, your legs out wide. Turn your toes in. Keep your heel bones attached, lined up with the back edge of your mat. Exhale, fold. Keep your chest in. Move your spine away from your pinky fingers and your outer hands. Move your spine in. Move your spine away from your hands. Good, good. Use your legs. So you have to use your legs. Stretch your kneecaps up. Stretch your quadriceps up. Lift your hamstrings up. Stretch your kneecaps, guys. Lift them towards your upper legs. Good. Now press out through your feet. Perfect. Great. And then inhale very slowly. Come up. And you can release the hands and then bring the legs and the feet together. Very good. All right, guys, I'm going to go for a wall for the, I saw Dan doing the shoulder stretch. So wall with the right, y'all just watch. And this is the way that we used to do it before the new way of moving it. So I'm going to face the backside to the camera so you guys can see. Just keep watching though. And if you notice, my chest is turned towards the wall. This is the right arm. And I want to really work here to turn my hips and my front ribs back to the center, forward. And then I'll lean in here, move the sacrum in and up, just like that, okay? So the right arm, right hand is what goes to the wall first. Or if you're near a doorway, I'm not, but you could catch the edge of your doorway like that and do that just like that. Do you see? So if you don't necessarily have a wall, but that's it. You can kind of catch the edge of the door frame as well. Arms behind you, Diana. So the arm is behind. Turn to the left, Nathan. Yeah. Good. Now, if the arm can go up higher, great. If it has to stay around shoulder level, that's fine. So while you're here, see if the right hip, outer hip, can begin to turn center. Spread your fingers, spread your fingers, spread your fingers. Lift your fingertips away from the wall. Stay here though. So you're lifting your fingertips up and pushing with the heel of your hand. Now, rotate your right upper arm bone back. Good. So rotate the right upper arm bone back. Bring your right shoulder blade in. And now lean forward a little bit here via your hips. Move your hips forward. Great. Hips forward. Good. Great. And then exhale, release. Perfect. Perfect. So the hard part in this is it's kind of easy to do this. You see, the hard part here is being able to turn that side rib away from the wall. Your left back rib cage is going to rotate away from your spine. So your left arm goes behind you, and it can go up higher. The higher is better. The higher, the more intense, actually. The lower, the less intense. So if it can go up beyond higher than your shoulder level, do that. If not, stay where you are. Now begin to turn the left side of your chest center or away from the wall. Do you get it? So it's that back left rib can rotate away from the wall, but your hips kind of line up center. Now lift your fingertips, push into the wall with the heel of your hand. Lift your fingertips. Good. Now you can kind of pretend to drag the wall with you forward here. So begin to lean as you turn your chest. Now lean. Do an upward facing dog. Lift your chest. Lean into that. Lift the chest up. Open up the inner chest. Good, 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 good. And then exhale to release. Perfect. Very, very good, guys. And then let's come back down to dog pose, and we'll start at the back edge of the yoga mat, like this. And I'm starting in just Uttanasana, and then I'm going to work the upper leg bones back, the outer knees back, the outer feet back as I walk forward, but I'm not walking forward here. So I'm still focusing here on the action moving back as I walk out through the arms. Do you see? So I want to keep that length, keep my leg bones back, keep my legs very active as I walk out through my hands. Move your femur bones back, push with your mat. Push with the heel of your hands to move your leg bones back. Widen your feet. Good, 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 good. Hamstrings go up, calf muscles descend. Now see if you can get some length in your spine. Make your spine longer, even though you're folded over. You can move your breastbone towards your chin. Perfect, perfect. And then you guys can exhale and come down and rest any way you want to rest. So you may want to rest here in child's pose or here, or you may just want to sit on your feet. It's up to you. Rest how you want to rest for now. Perfect. Excelente. Okay, I have a blanket, but I'm not gonna use it yet. So what I'm gonna do to start is I'm gonna sit. Y'all know this one, my favorite twist. Knees together, stacked. Inner feet together, stacked. Now I'll turn my chest. I'll rotate. It's the back left rib cage. I'm moving away from my spine. And then I'll place my hands on the mat and continue that twist. This may be it, guys. This may be your twist. If you can go further, we'll extend the right leg out, press down through the outer right foot. We'll take the left leg back, left heel straight up to the ceiling. Now I want to lift, draw the hip underneath me, pull it back, and then come recline. Continue to twist to your right. Continue to twist to your right. Now, if you have the ability, you have the flexibility, You can really get that left arm to stretch out. So the left arm, you're twisting to your right. Your chest is rotated towards your yoga mat. Yeah, that's it. Your chest is rotated straight down towards your yoga mat. Use your outer right foot, lift your outer right hip up and draw it down and twist towards the mat. Now, again, if you can come all the way down onto your mat, then stretch your left arm out. Good. That's if only if you can come all the way down. That's it. Make sure your left toes are what's on the mat or on the floor, and then push into your left heel. Great. And then exhale to release. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to sit, left hip. Now, and you don't even have to extend the legs. You could do this, watch. And then lift the hip, roll it underneath you. And I'm getting a very active twist. Very active. Even though it's modified, it's still very active and can be intense. So here, if you can go a little bit deeper, extend the left leg out and take time to do that. And make sure it's out even with the outer hip. And then that right leg, really push very strongly into your right heel bone. Push strongly into your right heel bone. You can lift your outer left hip up and draw it down underneath you and then twist. That's great. That's great, guys. Use your back heel a lot. Now, if you can come down on the forearm, that's great. If you have to stay up on the palms, that's okay too. If you can rest your front body on the mat, take the right arm out over the right ear, yeah, and stretch, and you'll feel that length along the entire right side of the body, moving from the hand to the heel of the foot. Yeah, moving from the hand to the heel of the foot. Great. Great, great. Few more seconds. Keep rotating your chest. Keep walking your right arm out if you have the ability, the flexibility to do that. Perfecto. And then with an exhalation here, very slowly release. Release. And then come seated. And we did this yesterday, but I'm going to do it one more time. So I've got this blanket, and I'm just folded it a little bit. Anything that you need to sit on top of is fine. So, and you just need a little bit for Upavista. That's what we're doing next. So I'm going to come seated right on top of my blanket, and then I kind of come to the edge of the blanket with the bottom edge of the buttocks. And then I'll separate the knees, and as I do that, I'm focusing on bringing that center right heel down, right toes up, right kneecap up. And then I'll extend out into the left side. Now, with that, I'll roll the inner thighs down and sit. Roll the inner thighs down and sit. So make sure that you're not here or you're not here, but you're on the center heels and you're pressing from your inner thigh to your inner heels. You see? And this is the lift. Sit very, very tall. If we can take our arms out and take our arms up. And then as you take your arms up, bring your leg bones down, bring your kneecaps down, bring your heels down, and reach up through your fingertips. Reach higher. Good. Great. And then exhale to release. Very, very nice. So have a strap available if you need one. But what I want us to do here is make an L shape with your hands. So the thumb is moving towards the back side and the index is in the front, yeah, like this. Center the heels and then draw down, move your hands down, let your fingertips come down. Can you guys see? So I'm here and then rotate, fingertips come down. Let the inner growing of that inner gully move to your mat. So that inner gully is that little indentation at the top of the legs. That space spreads and moves into your yoga mat. Good. Now, if you need a strap, it'll be to your right foot, left hand, right foot. But we're going to reach forward, and I'm kind of bringing the left arm out in front, twisting to the right until I can grab the right foot with the left hand or the strap. Inhale, lift up, exhale. Place your nose on your right knee, but roll your left back rib cage down. Let your left elbow even begin to move down towards the mat. So I'm turning my chest towards my right knee, bending the left elbow. Let the left elbow come down if possible. Now extend out through your left leg. Pretend someone has grabbed your left ankle and they're pulling your left ankle out to the left. Do that. It's me. I'm invisible. I'm there, and I'm drawing your left ankle out to the left as you're attempting to move to the right. Great. Come up with an exhalation. Come back to the center. Great, great, great. And then we'll begin to work our way over. Now, what happens is, and Mr. Iyengar says this as much as other people have said, but when we turn and we face our eyes face to the left, we lose what's going on the right side of our body. So as we go here, we have to stay focused on that equal movement out to the right. Do you see? So if you don't focus there, what happens is this. But watch the opening and the space that I can create just by reaching into my right leg. Can y'all see? So we have that equal movement outward. Do you see? So then you're more even. So make sure you've centered your heels. Make sure your inner thighs are rotating down. Your chest is up. You can twist to the left, and then I'll bring the right arm out. That leads my torso towards the mat some. And then I'll wrap the hand around and hold the heel. Here, stay here. Into your right leg and begin to rotate the back right rib cage down. You can bend the right elbow and let the right elbow rest on the mat as well. Take any rounding out of the back. Move the torso up so the torso is moving inside of the inner legs. Great, 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 great. And then exhale, bring yourselves back up, or you can inhale, look up, and exhale, release. And then we'll come to the center. Now here, I want to stay strongly on your heels. Can we do this, guys? Floin. Reach out. Make your inner thighs longer. Reach through your feet. And then go ahead and come forward. Move the navel up, away from the chest, and bring your forearms down. If you're good here, if you're not good here, fingertips. If you're good here, heavy arms. Heavy arms. If you're still okay, walk the arms out. Reach through the legs. If you're not okay and you're here, reach into your feet. Reach into your feet. Equal lengthening in the legs. So the inner thighs move out towards your feet. Your outer legs tuck back in. Great. And then you can walk yourselves back. Bring your knees and your feet together with your hands. Perfecto. Very good. And here, if you want to just kind of stretch the legs, or you can even shake the legs out, go ahead, and I'm going to separate again my legs, and not as wide as before, not as far as Upavista, but a little bit less for now. And then I'll hold behind my left knee, let my left toes rotate out. Now I'll bring the top of that left foot down onto the mat. Just like that. Top of the left foot down, left heel lined up with the inner left gully. Then I'll press through the left shin bone. Now my right leg goes back to Upavista. And then, guys, sometimes this happens where you're like this, and it's very uncomfortable. So you could look at the seam, the inner seam of the pants or the shorts, and go ahead and roll that down till it touches your mat or your blanket. Yeah. That's it. Now, L-shaped left hand to the top of the left leg. Right hand can just extend out and rest on your right knee or your right thigh or your right shin. Twist your torso to your left. Now, keep your torso to your left. Begin to let your right hand go down the right shin bone, and maybe you reach the right ankle or you reach the right foot. Turn to the left, everyone. Turn the torso. That's it. Turn the torso to the left. Now, as you're letting your right hand slide down your right shin, maybe you catch your outer right foot or you catch your right big toe, whichever is more convenient, and then begin to bend. I guess it's got to be the toe. Bend the right elbow and bring the right elbow onto the mat, but inside of the inner right knee. Now, look to your left. Bend the elbow. See if the right elbow will touch. And then come up slowly. So again, another side movement. It's another folding or moving horizontally with the spine. Can you see? So, and the way to do that, guys, watch. And I don't know if you can really see through this shirt, but you can see the unevenness here. There is a big kind of concavement here, and I'm convex here. So the work is here, but the movement it's this. Do you see? So it's the ability to equal out and level out your side ribs. Okay, switch sides slowly. So that ability to make your side ribs even is what you want. So I'm going to separate again, and I still have this little blanket that I'm seated on top of. And then I'll bend the right knee first, and then watch this top of the foot, front of the ankle, and the shin bone comes down, and then the seams of the pants roll down into the mat. Left leg now is in Upavista. But just like it was in Upavista, so extend out through the base of the big toe joint. L-shaped left hand, draw the upper left leg down, fingertips towards the blanket, twist your chest to the left, twist to the left, look to the left, to the right, sorry guys, twist your chest to the right and look to the right. Now, let your left arm begin to move down, begin to move your torso over to the left so you're folding horizontally. Maybe you grab the big toe or you grab the foot. Press down on your upper right leg bone. Strongly move down on the upper right leg bone and lift your left side rib and move it up and out of your waist, left side. Bring your left elbow down. See if you can find that evenness between the left and the right side rib cage. See if you can find the evenness. There you go, guys. Move the chest. Turn the chest towards the bent knee. That's great. Everyone, bring your spine in. Bring your spine in and up. Now press down on your foot. Your inner thighs are down. Lean a little bit deeper. If you can bend the elbow connected to the inner thigh, twist. Perfect. Perfect. And then exhale, release. Come up. Excelente, guys. Stretch the legs out. And I've still got my little bit of a blanket here, but I'm going to cross into Sukhasana. I'm still seated on my blanket, but I'm back to Sukhasana. Not here. Go ahead and take the index and the middle finger and tuck the outer knees in. You see? So draw in towards your midline. That's great. Towards your midline, try to get that really nice and mid-shin cross. You can L-shape, draw your leg bones down, this. And you kind of widen, maybe if I turn to the side, you can see, but I'm really trying to reach out through those fingertips here. Do you see? So draw down, and that's where you want to anchor. You want to anchor there. And then as I'm here, you can release your upper legs. Keep that, let's keep the left leg exactly where it is. Look at your left shin bone. Is it lined up top of your mat? Yep. Draw your outer left foot down. Hold your left foot against the mat. Now, you can grab your right side, your right knee, your right leg, and then assist in pulling your right foot out and with your hand. And you're going to bring the right foot, outer foot to the outer leg. Now, here, go back L shape. Right hand, draw down, reach to the floor with your fingertips. Bring your outer right knee down. Release your upper right leg. Grab both of your feet. Turn your feet up. Draw your feet out and move forward. Lead with your chest. into your armpits. So take your side ribs and stretch them towards your armpits as you come forward. Side ribs move. Good. Side ribs move. Great. Or one leg at a time, it can be done as well. And then you guys come up and we'll switch. So I didn't show that, but my apologies. But Ananya and Sergio, you can do this, or anyone else, you could do this with one leg at a time. So when we're here, maybe you don't bring that leg over the top, but you just let it be out to the side, relaxed, you see. And then you still have the ability to come forward and get the piriformis work on the leg that you're moving over. Do you see? So it doesn't necessarily have to be here. It can be modified to be here. And to me, that's just as effective. It's pretty effective. It's not like you're going to do one leg and go, oh, I don't feel anything. If you have to do one leg, it's very effective. Okay, so either one leg, or you come Sukhasana like we were, and then you bring that left foot, and if it's in front already, lift it up and bring it over the top. And then L-shape, left hand, externally rotate until you see your outer left leg come down. And then grab your feet, turn the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. And this may be it. If you're doing this one leg at a time, you still grab your foot and you turn it up like that. And you hold it down. You hold the outer knee down, and then you come forward. This is if you're one leg. If you're two, same thing applies. If you're two legs, rotate the soles of your feet up. Move your side ribs into your armpits. Don't round your spine, guys. It takes the movement. It takes the work. It takes the stretch. It takes the opening out of the piriformis muscle here. So you're trying to stretch the piriformis muscle. Yep. The only muscle that covers is sciatic nerve. So you're trying to open up that particular muscle. Great. And then exhale, release, and come up. Excelente, guys. Excelente. And we've been doing that a lot, even on the blocks, yeah? So we'll go ahead and move your blankets out to the side. And I'm going to do that one on the low block, and then we'll do set two on the high. So you're thinking, well, I don't have a block, teacher. Then you could do something else. Double blankets like this. If you don't, like this, if you don't have blocks, or maybe coming onto the top of a rolled up mat will work too. But if you have blocks, then you also, well, we won't need a strap. I'm going to come down onto my block. It's on my lower level, and I just bring it right to the sacrum. And then I rest. So this is kind of the first stage of set two if you were going to do set two. So once you come down here, get your arms out to the sides with your palms up, and see if you can feel that heaviness in the backs of your upper arms and the tops of your shoulders. Maybe you can feel that heaviness or that grounding. Now, if you can see, and if you can, I totally understand how you guys may have your camera set in one position, or one, facing in one direction where you can use it the entire class. So I understand that you can't get up and down, and sometimes maybe you can't even see me. But if you can see me, look, you don't want to do this. The backs of my upper arms are lifted. I want to spread that out and try to get maximum grounding here. And then with that grounding, you can notice, or you can see, the chest can lift. The lower back is very long. Now you're going to bend your right knee and hang on to your right shin. Let your right knee kind of rotate out to the right a little bit. You're holding your shin bone. You're holding your shin. You're relaxing your right foot, but you're holding your right shin bone below your right knee. Now, extend your left leg out, but keep your left heel lifted off of your mat, but do a floint of your left foot. Now, with your left heel lifted, go ahead and let your left leg and left heel go out to the left. Keep holding your right shin bone, drawing your right shin bone in. Let your left leg go out to the left and hold it there. Hold it there. Reach through the foot. The heel is elevated. Now bring your left leg back to the center. Bring your left heel down. Open up the front of your left leg. Now, bend your right knee out to the side a little bit further. You're not doing it with your foot. You're still at your shin bone. But I want the work to be in the front of your left leg. I want you to reach. Let's start to point. Point your left toes. Draw your left heel down. And then exhale, release. Bend your left knee. Release your right foot. Bring your right foot to the mat. Rest for a moment. Again, not here. You want to draw the backs of your upper arms down. And then I'm going to grab this below the left knee at the shin and draw out. And then I'll extend my right leg and my heel is lifted. It's elevated. And I'm going to go out to the right. And then I'm just going to hold there a moment. Just going to hold, but I want you to straighten your right knee. And if it does move out a little bit further, great. Keep moving your right leg as far out to the right as you can. Engage the leg. You want to draw the femur bone down, even though your heel is elevated. And then bring your right leg center. My right is the short side, so this is a challenge for me. And then go ahead and bring the right heel down. Maybe let's start to point those right toes. You can even iron the flesh at the front of your right hip. Ground the backs of the arms. Now ground the right arm. Great. And then exhale, bend the knee, release. So bring your feet down. You've got the tops of your shoulders spread and your shoulder blades in the back but against the mat. And then walk your heels in, lift your bottom, open the front of your hips, turn your block up, or you can come Setu Bandha without your block. Once you get here, really press down with your feet. Ground your feet, inner and outer feet, and let your shoulder blades go in. They go in. Your palms go up. Let's take our arms out some, just so we can see if we can feel that opening from the hip points to the armpit. And for me, in this Setu Bandha on the block, it's really hard to control the knees and the feet, really. So you got your knees bent here and you're on your block, or maybe you're just doing it on your own, which is great. If you're doing it on your own, make sure to take the time, come down and rest for a moment and then go back in. That's if you're doing it without your props. Good, but your shoulder blades, pretend that I'm there and I'm drawing your shoulder blades in. I'm kind of drawing, I'm pressing them in with my fingertips. Good, good. Now, you guys, your feet can be out a little bit wide, but see if you can rotate your inner knees in and touch them. So your inner knees can touch each other. Good. That's it, Sergio. Great. And then you can release that. You can do that back and forth. You can see if the inner knees will touch. And then you can release. Good. Perfect. Stay here a few more moments. You can do that movement of your knees touching and then separating, or you can just stay where you are. That's one that I like to do because I feel like the outer hips and that the fascia of the pelvic region, yeah. And you feel the growing sometimes working when you do that. If you can straighten your knees, you do, and you press through your feet. And this is only if you have that openness in the front of your hips to do that while keeping your feet grounded. Yeah, there you go. Great. Great. Great, great. And then go ahead and bend the knees. Put the feet on the mat, lift the bottom up, and take your block down. And we'll do chatus, which I've been doing a lot lately. So you're already grounded. Just make sure that you're grounded well. So meaning you can lift and tuck like that. And maybe you're just here. There you can use a strap around your ankles, the front of your ankles. But what I've been doing lately, and you can do it this way too, even if you're not able to lift up. But what I'm trying to do is just take the hands to the front of my ankles like that. And I'm hanging on to them. Then I want to keep hanging on, and you'll notice that there's going to be space created at the armpit when I bring the feet down. So remember, back bends are in the chest, and this is a super hard one for me. So as I'm here, I'm going to come up slowly, and as I lift my bottom up, to work with my shins, and I really have to work with those outer arms here. Okay, so that's kind of what's kept me kind of a little bit open, Lisa, instead of Urdhva Dhanurasana all the time. That the chatus has kind of helped with the chest a little bit. So if you can come grounded and grab the front of your ankles and then bring your feet down, then that's great, Esther. Try to rotate the outer arms to the mat first. That's great. That's great. If you can keep holding the shins, lift the bottom slightly, and then get the outer arms down. That's it, Ananya. Great. Use your chest. Pump your chest towards that's wonderful. Now, if you get those ankles, great, Esther. You guys bring the middle of your back in so that the thoracic between your shoulder blades, bring in strongly. Move your breastbone towards your chin. Press the backs of your arms. Everyone move your shin bones towards your head. Shin bones towards your heads. Great. And then exhale, release. Come down and rest. And I said that you can use a strap, but I didn't show you how to use a strap. So while you're resting, watch. So 2 ways that you can use a strap. I saw Carolyn just wrap the strap or whatever prop she's using around the front of her ankles. So you could double your strap and do that, or you can make a loop with your strap. But again, this gives us a little bit of space to work with. So it'd be done the same way. So I'm grounded. Yeah. Heels are back. And then I'll lift my feet up and place it around the front of my ankles. Now, we talked about the other day how the strap is just increasing the length of your arms. So now you have longer arms holding your strap. So here you draw in and then you come down. Do you see? So now you've got a little bit of extra space to work with here. So that's just a modification if you cannot grab your ankles. If you're just working on your upper back and you want to grab your ankles and then attempt to draw the backs of your arms down, that's an option too. Let's do chatus just one more time. I don't know if y'all did it or not, but let's do it one more time, either with your strap or holding your ankles, fronts of your ankles with your hands. Now you can stop here as you bring your feet down. You could stop there and that be your movement, right? That be your work. Or you can draw the backs of your arms down, lift your bottom a little bit. Continue to lift your bottom slowly as you work the backs of your arms down. Push your feet. That's it. Press with the backs of your arms and lift. Great. Wonderful, Sergio. Wonderful, Esther. Excelente. All right, guys, let's come on down. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. Take your knees up. Arms out, knees up. Take your knees to your left. Twist to your right. You want to move that left shoulder blade out to the left. Twist the hips. Twist the belly to the right. Exhale, bring the knees up, and you can just kind of try to keep them together as they come up. And let them go now to the right. Come all the way down and rest on the mat. Lift the right shoulder blade up. Move it to the right. Outer left rib cage rotates down towards the mat. If you want to hold the knees against the mat, you can with your right hand. Good. Let's exhale. Bring the knees up. Come through the center. Take them once more to the left. You twist your navel to the right. As your knees go to the left, make sure you're twisting the belly button to the right. Make sure the left rib cage is away from the upper back. Good, good, good. And now bring the knees up. Try to hold them firmly together. Now go to the right. Let them rest. Twist to the left. Make sure the right shoulder blade moves up and out to the right. You can hold the knees if you like. And then bring them back to the center. Plant the feet on the mat. Grab a strap if you need one. And you don't necessarily need a wall, but if your feet are towards the wall, great. If not, it's okay as well. So you've got your strap, your feet, knees bent, feet on the mat, strap just resting on the belly or across the chest. When you're grounded, make sure to lift up and tuck your sacrum and your tailbone. Bend your right knee or lift your right foot up. Place your strap around your right foot. Take your right leg up. Lift your head and shoulders. Move your nose to your right knee. Extend your left leg out. Straighten your left knee. Ground your left heel. Ground your shoulders and ground your head. Hold your strap with your right hand. Rotate the sole of your right foot to your left. Take your left arm out, palm up. Right leg, take it out to the right. Right kneecap faces the mat. Top of the right foot and ankle faces the mat. Try to touch the toes onto the mat, right toes. Bring the back of your left leg strongly against the yoga mat. The back of your left leg presses the femur bone. Left femur bone should come through the mat. Left arm out, reach out to your left. Rotate your belly button to your left. Keep that rotation. Bring your right leg up. Switch the hand that holds your strap. And take your right leg over to the left. So I've got the left hand to the foot of the strap. I'm going to take that right arm out. I'm going to keep rotating to the right as I take the right leg to the left. Draw your hip down, guys. Rotate your outer right hip away from you. Move your navel to the right. Bring the right leg up. Bend the right knee, release the strap, bend both knees, place both of your feet on the mat. Adjust, so you have to lift up and lengthen the sacrum, and then take your strap around your left foot. Extend your left leg up, and you want to bring your left thigh bone away from you, so take your left femur bone and move it towards your right foot. Lift your head and shoulders. Move your nose to your left knee. Now extend your right leg slowly. Bring your right heel down. Bring the back of your right leg down. Lower your head and lower your shoulders. Now turn the sole of your left foot to the right, like that. That also turns the knee out. And then take the left leg out. Move your belly button to the right. So your navel is going to stretch opposite of your left foot. Keep yourselves grounded. Really strongly bring the back of the right leg against the mat. That's wonderful, guys. That's really wonderful. Good, 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 good. And then you'll reach out through your right arm, move your navel opposite of your left foot. Now, very slowly, bring your left leg up and let it go across. So, switch the hand that holds. Now, guys, you're in an internal rotation. So, your outer thighs rotate in, your inner thighs rotate back. You see? So, move your belly opposite of your foot. So keep moving your navel opposite of your left foot. Good, 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 good. Perfect. And then go ahead and bring your leg back to the center. Bend the knee, release the foot, and you can release using 2 hands. I mean, you can release, bend both knees, put both feet on the mat, is what I meant to say. Okay. And then one that I've been wanting to do. So for this one, you can take a couple of blankets. And this isn't Supta Virasana, but I know that there are a few of you in the crowd that have either ankle or knee trouble. So you modify this by just sitting in Virasana, okay? Or you could take a couple of blankets if you don't have blocks, just like that, okay? And that would be at the between the shoulder blades. If you have blocks, watch. So I'm going to start in Virasana. This is Paryankasana. And I'm going to ground the tops of the feet and bring my outer heels inside my outer hips inside of my outer heels. And again, I said this may be it. This may be just about as far as you can go today, which is okay. I'm going to have this block and I'm going to hold on as I start to recline, lift the bottom and tuck. And I've got that first block right between the shoulder blades. And that second block just rest at the back of the head. If you have neck flexibility, here. Okay, so you can use 2 or 3 blankets underneath the shoulder blades. You can use 1 block between the shoulder blades and 1 block for the head. So maybe you're starting here on your blocks, on your blankets. If you're using blankets, they are around the base of the shoulder blades. And that's just to give that lift in the chest. So go where you can go. You may end up here. You may end up just seated right on your mat in Virasana, which is A-OK. Okay? Just to give the knees a stretch. There you go, Sergio. Great, great, great. Esther did this in a modified way by just reclining on her blocks, but with her legs straight, her knees straight. So if you have knee trouble or ankle trouble, or it's just not going to work out, you can lie flat. If you're on your blocks with your knees bent, stretch your arms over your head, bend your elbows, and take your hands to your elbows. Move the tips of your elbows out and over. Good. Good. Switch the way you're holding the elbows. Good. Try to sit completely down on your bottom if you can. Perfect. And then stretch the arms out. Bring the elbows down and come up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You can come up here. And to get out of Virasana, or to get out of, Virasana, there's a couple of different ways. So you can move your blocks or whatever you have behind you away, and you come forward here. And this is the way I do it. If you have knee trouble, you may have to do it the other way, and I'll show that too. But you come here, and then you come roll your bottom over your feet. Use your hands and you stretch your legs out. Knee problems, watch how you can do this in the future. So if your knees bother you, you want to really be careful how you enter and how you exit Virasana. This is if you're trying to protect the knee. You see? So there are ways to protect your knee joint if it's kind of temperamental. And then you really can stretch your legs out either way that you are. You can stretch your legs out and then adjust your buttock flesh one more time, and we'll come forward, and you can grab your outer feet. You can wrap your strap around your feet. Yeah, and we'll grab the feet or grab the strap, and then I'm just gonna fold here. So I'm not necessarily trying to lengthen out too much, just kind of rounding a little bit. And let your forehead come down. And if it doesn't come to your shins, you may be able to bring a block there and let it come down and rest. And you're just trying to get a gentle release, a gentle stretch at the spine. So you're not forcing anything other than your legs remaining together. But there is relaxation in the face. The forehead should be grounded. Good. Again, use a blanket or block on top of your legs if your forehead doesn't ground. Perfect. And then go ahead and you can slowly bring yourselves up. Stay here and let's bend our left knee and put your left foot on the mat. Keep your right leg straight. Move your torso in. You can hold the left knee with the left hand, then twist to your right. This is Merici Asana A. So your navel moves over to the right. You look over your right shoulder. Good. And then exhale, come back to the center and switch. So stretch your left leg out and bend the right knee. And even this is good. So you don't want to be hybrid. Watch the spine. We've been talking about how the spine goes in and up. So it moves up towards the top of my head. So I sit very tall. And then you can hold the knee and twist. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure you're really pressing down into your foot. Perfect. Pressing down into your foot. Now exhale, come back to the center. Perfect. And then maybe you need a strap, but we're going to do it one more time. So I'm going to stretch the right leg out. This time when I bend the left knee, you're either going to hook the outer arm or the elbow and twist, or you can come forward and see if you can bind and twist. So left knee is what's bent. You can take the left arm up and bend the left elbow and hook it inside of the knee, right hand behind you, twist. Or you can come forward and bind, wrap the left arm around the left shin bone, still twist to the right. That's it. It's still a twist, guys. Lift the spine and twist. And then release. That's great. And then stretch the leg out and switch. So now you'll bend your opposite knee. Right knee. And again, maybe it's here, or if you're gonna try to bind, you got to get the armpit connected to the knee and then wrap around and maybe connect the fingers. This one is a twist, so we are looking over the shoulder, not folding forward. Great, 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 great. Perfect. And then exhale to release. Very good, guys. Go ahead and prepare for Shavasana. Any way that you want to take Shavasana, maybe you want to do your legs up the wall, or maybe you just want to recline on your mat or feet. Soles of your feet can be against the wall. Sometimes I like to place a blanket underneath the backs of my knees like this, and then maybe even a blanket on top of my leg bones just to give that feeling of letting go or descending heaviness. And then the arms really go out with the palms up. And you want space. I mean, you don't want space at your lower back. So you really want to keep lengthening down. So add maybe more props underneath the backs of your knees if you need to. Or what would settle it all together is if your legs went up the wall. And then that would definitely take any space out of the low back. But go where you're going to go here, guys. Wonderful. Palms of your hands turn up towards the ceiling, and you let the arms really move out away from you. You start with an initial kind of lengthening or stretching of your arms, and then when you exhale, you let everything go. There is weight in every muscle and every bone and every organ in your body. This weight is in the heart and the brain as well. Allow these areas to move to your mat. As you exhale your breath, move your senses inward. You may be able to find the space between your thoughts and reside there for the next few moments. Begin to deepen your breath and move your awareness back into the room. Keep heaviness in every muscle, every bone, and every organ in the body. You can begin slow movements of the fingers and toes. And as you exhale the breath, very slowly bring the hands, palms of the hands, to the belly or to the heart. Stretch the arms over the head, full body stretch. Really reach out through your arms, reach into your fingertips, bring your abdominal wall down. Exhale, relax. Let the arms move back to the side body, and again, heavy. Deepen your breath and bend your knees one at a time. Keep your heels attached to the mat as you bend the knees. Place the soles of your feet against your mat. You can bring your knees into your heart one at a time or both, and wrap your arms around your knees. And movement here, side to side or front to back. Roll to the right side and hold there in a fetal position. Use the right arm to support your head or your right hand. And just rest here a moment. Yeah. Bring yourselves up seated using the left hand to the mat or to the floor to help support. Once you come seated, your hands can go where you'd like, maybe heart center, maybe thumbs to the third eye, or just resting. Just take a moment here. Your eyes are closed. You'll take a moment in silence to honor the true self. Yoga is a light which once lit will never dim. The better you practice, the brighter the flame. Never perform the asana mechanically. The body stagnates. Thank you guys very, very much for being here. Namaste.